This Week in Jacksonville.
Welcome back. Joined by Congressional District 4 candidate Ed Malin. Good to have you here on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You have a couple of sandwich shops out at the beach. You're a small business owner.
Yes.
Why are you running for political office?
Great question. I'm running because I believe that most of the people who work in Congress today, who walk up the steps of the Capitol, have lost the identity of who their customers are. As a small businessman, I identify with my customers every day. Who do they want? What do they want? How can I get it for them? Members of Congress these days have lost that. They don't know who they're working for. And if they are working for somebody, it's the people who pay for their campaigns and maybe some Syrian refugees.
Oh, let's talk about that. I know from having passed your sign at Angie's Subs, you're very politically minded, very politically opinionated. During the course of the debate, there were some issues that came up. So here's your chance to speak out on
Sure.
that. Immigration.
Immigration, I stand behind Donald Trump. Build the wall. The wall works around the White House. It works around my house. Walls work. We do have an immigration problem in this country. I think we all know that. Secure borders are absolutely essential for a sovereign nation. What we need to do, though, is enforce the laws that we have on the books. That's essential. And I put it to you this way, Bruce, and I'll just be blunt. How about that? If a woman breaks into your house tonight and she's pregnant and she has a baby on your kitchen floor, are you responsible for raising that baby for the next 8 years, next 18 years? Housing, clothing, food, schooling? Of course not. What are you going to do? You're going to pick up the phone and call the cops and have the lady arrested. That's what we need to do in this country.
So you're saying that either the 11 million immigrants who are here illegally should be arrested or deported?
They're illegal aliens. John Rutherford keeps calling people criminal illegal aliens. I don't know what a criminal illegal alien is. We don't say criminal rapist. We don't say criminal burglar. They're illegal aliens. They've already broken a couple of laws just by being here as long as they have been. Yes, if it was 11 million burglars, would we just say, oh, there's too many of them, we're not going to do anything about it? No, we're a country of laws. Yes, round them up and deport them and send them a bill for the expenses.
Issue of free trade.
Free trade is essential. This is one thing I disagree with Donald Trump on. Donald Trump now is talking about putting a 35% tax on products that companies create outside of the United States. Say if a country moves to Mexico, he wants to put a 35% tax on a car or on a toaster. What he doesn't understand, and I can't understand why, I don't know why he doesn't get this, what he needs to be thinking about is what's best for the American consumer. The American consumer, government's job is to look out for the American consumer. What we need to be able to do is buy the cheapest good product we can. If it comes from Mexico or Canada or Pakistan, that's what he needs to be thinking about. Not putting a 35% tax on something that the government keeps the tax. That makes no sense at all to me. We're 5% of the world's population. There's an entire world out there that needs toasters and cars. Taxing those products when they come back into to America is not going to help our country at all.
Second Amendment.
I'm a strong Second Amendment supporter. I've been an NRA member my entire life. I'm a concealed carry permit holder. The Second Amendment is probably the most important sentence in the entire Constitution. It's what gives teeth to the Constitution.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter. A lot of people probably don't know this about me. I had a radio show here in Jacksonville 5 years ago. It's called Let's Talk About Race. I was white guy Eddie. My counterpart was black guy George, good friend of mine named George. And it was a call-in show, a radio show, where we talked about racial issues. We need to have a conversation in this country about racial issues. We can't tiptoe around it.
What's one thing that the electorate needs to know about you that maybe they don't?
Great question. We need small business-minded people in Congress. The last thing we need in Congress today is John Rutherford. John Rutherford comes from a public sector mindset. His mentality, and it's on display right now in Duval County for you with $2.8 billion in unfunded pension liabilities. The mentality of the public sector is, we have an issue, what are we going to do? Raise taxes, raise taxes, raise taxes. That's the problem with our country today. It's why we're $19 trillion in debt. It's why we're going to run $500 billion in debt as a country this year. That mindset, we can't send that mindset to Congress anymore. It's got to be a small business mindset where we roll up our sleeves, we get elbow to elbow with our employees, and we get efficient. That's what we're missing in Congress today, efficiency.
Government of the people, by the people, for the people.
Bam.
Ed, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Stay with us, Congressional District 4.